Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I really hope everyone's had an amazing holiday season in case you celebrate, or just like time to unwind, have good food, relax, all that good stuff. So welcome to that time of the year where A, no one knows which day of the week it is, and B, we take a little bit of time to reflect, look back on the year past. In today's video I'm going to go through everything that I purchased in terms of luxury, including mid-range, in the year of 2025, and let's talk about some potential mistakes and hopefully mostly good decisions. Let's get into it. Alright, so the way I decided to structure this video is first off we're going to talk about some non-handbag items, then we're going to talk about jewelry, and then we'll get into the handbags. And if I've got my numbers right, I think we have 6 handbags to talk about. So let's get into it, starting with this bad boy right here. Also my first purchase in 2025, I think. Was it like 3rd of January? Good thing I didn't have like a no buy or low buy resolution for 2025. Otherwise, that would have been a very early on failure. But this is obviously from the Louis Vuitton Murakami multicolor line. It's the pochette clay. Talk about best and worst purchases. I don't regret this, but I haven't used it like at all. It's been sitting in in a drawer. I've looked at it a couple of times, but I also didn't feel the urge to use it. I also have a pochette clé from the Christmas animation a couple of years back with the Louis Vuitton Place Vendôme boutique on it. Haven't used that either. Next off, in terms of non-handbag items, is this gorgeous twilly right here. So I did go to Paris twice this year, very early on in January, mostly for the Dolce & Gabbana Du Coeur à la Main exhibition. I do have vlogs from that as well. But also with the handbag tribe in August, which was such a treat. Yeah, can't wait to see all of the ladies and Nick again next year. But yeah, this is by Moynat, which, hint hint, if you've watched some of my other videos, this will come as no surprise. There's going to be a Moynat bag that I'm going to share later on in this video. I've gotten rid of a lot of my twillies actually. I did used to own, not a lot, but a good amount of Hermes twillies, also a couple of those like thick Louis Vuitton bundles. Just didn't end up using them, so they had to go. This is going to stay just to like remind me of that trip. And because it is pretty, I just have to force myself to use it. Moving into jewelry, these I might have to include like close-ups, Chanel earrings, and I purchased them at Heathrow Terminal 5, I think like early May. By the time that this video goes up, I will have been to London again in December, which, yeah, London in December is super busy and crowded, but so pretty in terms of like Christmas lights and everything. But I did go to London in May, and this was basically to commemorate my trip, I guess. I did used to live in London for half a year, and yeah, that place definitely holds a special place in my heart. I know it's costume jewelry, there's no precious metals, let alone diamonds or anything in that, but I actually do wear my costume jewelry quite a lot. Also, I guess I'm pretty lucky that my ears, like the skin on my ears, isn't overly fussy because I'm fine with costume jewelry. But maybe your skin is a little more high maintenance than mine and you actually have to wear gold or other precious metals, otherwise you get like inflammation and stuff. Or you just want to invest into something that's a little more long-lasting and fuss-free that you can sleep with, shower with. And that is where I'm going to introduce you to the sponsor of this segment of today's video, which is going to be Ideal. Now bear with me here for a second. I know some of you may be thinking, another Ideal sponsorship. A, this is my first time working with them. And B, let me tell you, I'm just going to be so for real here. I was a little skeptical. They've approached me a couple of times over the last like year and a half-ish. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt and accept this partnership. Also, like so many household name, big creators in the luxury niche have been working with them. And I was like, they can't all be lying, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't see like Cassie, Tamara, you name it, working with Ideal like on a constant basis. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and try out their pieces. And yeah, I'm already wearing basically like most of my selection. So, okay, if you're not familiar with Ideal, which maybe you are, but I'm just going to give you like the short rundown. Basically, what they specialize in is lab-grown diamonds. The founder is from Antwerp, Belgium, which arguably like Antwerp is the diamond capital. And I think the founder's family also works or worked in the diamond industry. So she had very early on touch points when it comes to diamonds. These are not mined, as I said, they are lab grown, which, yeah, I don't know how that works, but it does work. And like chemically, physically and everything, it's a diamond. It's not like a diamond, it's a diamond, it's just not mine. So what's that other stone called that? I think I watched like the first season of Selling Sunset and one of the girls got like flagged for her engagement ring not being a diamond. Moissanite? Moissanite, right? Moissanite looks like diamonds from my understanding. These are actual diamonds, they just don't come from the earth. Anyway, beautiful packaging, like, yeah, you can get me with monochromatic packaging all day with a handwritten note, which is so lovely. So basically, they do necklaces and earrings for the most part, cuffs as well. They may do bracelets, but yeah, I chose a necklace situation and an earring situation. And the earrings, basically the base of the earrings is this diamond stud. They come in multiple sizes. I went for, I think this is the big, which is 0.2 carats on both sides. You can buy them individually or like as a pair. And what I love about it is basically you can wear it, as I said, look at this ear, right? It's just the stud, but they have tons of add-ons. So what I went for is the billy. So you can wear like an asymmetrical situation. I do have two of the billies, don't worry. And I'm also going to show you something else that you can do with the billy. All of the links will be below to my selection. So these are the billy. And they also, let me come closer, do necklaces. I went for rose gold in all of them. And it's 14 karat gold, but they also do yellow gold as well as white gold. I think this is the longest setting, but you can also wear it as a choker. And the diamond add-on that I went for the necklace is called the Ava. It's like a beautiful drop shape. I think it's 0.5 carats, which is amazing. Again, close-ups will be on the screen because the sparkle, I can't even get close enough to the camera to show you the sparkle. Anyway, one other thing, as I said, modularity. So let me take this off. Hopefully this won't take too long. All right, it did take a little while. The joys of a single girlie closing a necklace by herself, but anyway, it's fine. So what I did is, okay, out of laziness, I just left the billy in one ear, so we still have the asymmetric situation going on. But you can't do it with all of the add-ons, but with some of them, they're basically a 2-in-1. I attached my other billy to the necklace. And now you have this, like, especially it works on V-necks, I guess, but maybe also like a turtleneck and you wear the necklace over it. There's this like drop situation going on. I love this so much, it gives me so many options. Also, I haven't even shown you the presentation yet. So came in a box, obviously, which I showed you. Came in this pouch, and the boxes are so cute as well. And usually they have some kind of promotion going on where you get like an additional goodie. So I got this extra pouch with a silk scrunchie and a mirror. And I think if I got my facts right, this is on, okay, don't want to blind you, but this is on walnut wood. And what I think is amazing is that those goodies are added to your cart, like automatically. You don't like need an additional goodie code or something. And also came with a certificate which says certified and handshaked by, in my case, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Lab-grown diamond, color grade, clarity grade, cut grade, traceable, 14K solid gold, handmade in Antwerp, Belgium. So that is amazing. Again, a massive thank you to Ideal for sponsoring this part of the video, and thank you for watching. I've been doing YouTube for like over 5 years at this point, and like by all by all measures and standards and everything, this is definitely still like a hobby for me and like a creative outlet and a way to connect with like-minded people. But at the same time, a lot of time and effort goes into this video, so I hope you don't mind me accepting the occasional sponsorship here and there. Don't worry, I'm not going to go overboard, and I hope you can trust me in the fact that I am only working with brands where the product resonates with me and where I feel comfortable and confident sharing the brands and their products with you. I mean, hey, case in point, I got this ultra human health tracker, and everyone that I'm working with, everyone in my family, all of my friends can tell you this is on my finger constantly because it's helpful. It's something that I felt comfortable sharing with you. Same with the Ideal jewelry. So thank you again to Ideal. Thank you for humoring me. And now let's get into the handbags because I've been talking for way too long. Let's speed this up. I think I can speed it up a little bit because all of these, or at least most of the bags that I'm showing you, have their dedicated video. All of the videos will be below. Starting with, not in chronological order, just because it's closest to me. This is a contemporary brand. I think, oh geez, from Thailand, I think. At least it got shipped to me from Bangkok. This is by the brand House of Little Bunny. I got introduced to this brand by Nikki from the channel Somehow Adulting. She does a lot of content on like indie brands, mid-range brands, like under the radar brands. I think it's leather, at least that what my order confirmation said. I won't be able to, yeah, it doesn't smell like leather, let's be real, but it wasn't overly expensive. And I love the fact that at least I'm telling myself that this is like a cursive L. And obviously my name is Lesley. Oh, by the way, hi. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Lesley. So glad to have you here on my channel. I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags. Surprise, surprise, no one is surprised. But I cover a wide range of topics. I film unboxings, reviews. I love filming shopping vlogs and travel vlogs. So if any of that sounds like your thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining my little YouTube family. Shameless plug out of the way. So yeah, I'm telling myself that this is supposed to be a cursive L, which, hi, Lesley. Okay, House of Little Bunny, done and dusted. Another more like contemporary bag is this one right here. This is by the brand, I'm probably gonna butcher the name, Miloi, I think. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be pronounced Miloi, but I'm fairly certain. Yeah, anyway, bought this, I think this is called the Sarah Toad or Sarah Toad. I bought this at Samaritan in Paris when I was in Paris with the handbag tribe, like very much like an impromptu purchase, but it was on sale and I've been looking at these like on and off for a while. I think at this point in time, again, as I said, I bought her in August. I've worn her once since, which I would prefer to have that number up a little bit, but we're working on that in the next year. So there is that. Next off, let's empty out the shelves behind me. This, like hands down, is one of my best purchases of the year. A very vintage Chanel classic flap lambskin in the size medium with gold hardware. Still gold plated. Yeah, not a thing anymore when it comes to Chanel. Condition, honestly, also look at that shine. Condition, can't fault it. It looks amazing. I've worn her tons, which I'm so ecstatic about. And I think I got a deal-ish. I paid 3,400 euros for this. Considering the condition, also came with the original dust bag and the authenticity card, I think that's a pretty fair price. This is by a brand called Cassandra. Oh, again, talking about shine. Look at this. I stumbled across them last year because I needed a like zipped, slouchy kind of bag for my trip to China. I have a full China playlist. That trip was honestly amazing. Then I realized, okay, their bags are actually quite nice. Let me look at some of their other bag designs, and here it is. I love the clasp. This is like their logo essentially, which does it say? No, it doesn't even say Cassandra on here. It's a French brand. It's fairly tricky to get your hands on Cassandra bags. I don't know how they're doing like financially. Let's just put it like that. Also, I wouldn't be buying them for full price. I bought both of the Cassandra bags that I own, this guy and the one that I bought last year, at a pretty good discount. The leather is amazing. Also comes with a shoulder strap. So there is that. And I think I have one more bag to show you, which I'm gonna make it short because if you've been watching some of my videos, especially since August, this will come as no surprise. The second like full-on luxury brand bag that I purchased this year is my Moynat Gabrielle clutch in the color Prussian blue. This bag is just so stunning. Also comes with a shoulder strap. The clasp is so unique, and on the inside it's like a very much like a smooth, kind of like vachetta leather. Yeah, very smooth, light color, but so far so good. I've worn her a couple of times. It also came with this like dust cover and the dust bag, in case you're not familiar, because yeah, Moynat is definitely not like an overly heavily talked about brand on social media. I mean, they did do a collaboration with Kassing Lung, so the guy that did the Labubus, and I think that pushed them a little bit for like Gen Z and like millennials, but yeah, here's the dust bag. I think, let me consult my notes, but I think we covered everything, right? Chanel classic flap. Oh, no, we didn't. Hold, please. How could I have forgotten you? Does this make 6 then or 7? I lost track. My very first Coach bag. This is the Coach Andrea Carryall with black on black hardware. I purchased it at an outlet, at Remont Outlet. I did mention that I love doing shopping vlogs. I have a whole playlist of outlet shopping vlogs as well. This was purchased at Remont, which is a MacArthur Glen outlet in the Netherlands. But this year I also went to Serravalle, which is close to Milan. I went to La Vallée Village, which is close to Paris, basically right next to Disneyland, which I didn't manage to go to, just like timing wise. But yeah, I have a whole outlet vlog playlist. I love going to outlets. and I love finding deals in outlets. So this was heavily discounted, like obviously the outlet price and then an additional like 30% off or something. I've been loving this. This fits a ton. Like, it doesn't really look that spacious, but it is, let me tell you, and also comes with a shoulder strap. All right, I think now we're done. Again, let me consult my notes, but I'm fairly certain we are. Chanel, Coach, Cassandre, Miloi, Moynat Gabrielle clutch, House of Little Bunny. That's it. Those are all of the handbags that I purchased this year. I'd say apart from, again, not a regret necessarily, but definitely something that I didn't need. And yeah, the Moynat twilly, probably also not something that would have been necessary. I bought this a couple of days prior to stumbling across the Gabrielle clutch. If it had been like the other way around and I had already purchased the Gabrielle clutch, I wouldn't have purchased the twilly. Does this make like a worst purchase? Definitely not my best. Let's put it that way. Again, big thank you to Idea for sponsoring a part of this video. All the links will be below. I hope you have an amazing start into the new year. Be safe out there. And I'm gonna catch you next year, I guess. Oh my God, 2026, let's bring it on. Bye.